You didn't click on this by accident. I know exactly how you've been feeling lately. You're exhausted. You're tired of checking your bank account and feeling that heavy drop in your stomach. You've been working so hard, hustling, doing everything you were told you were supposed to do, but it feels like you just can't get ahead. You're probably wondering if this is just how life is always going to be. But I need you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Take a deep breath and really listen to me. A massive shift is happening in your life, right at this very moment. Your name has been spoken in rooms you haven't even entered yet. And the universe is lining up something so huge for you that it's going to completely wipe away the stress you've been carrying. For the longest time, you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. If you're anything like most people our age, you grew up watching the older generations work themselves to the bone, and somehow we inherited this broken system where we have to work 3 times as hard just to afford basic groceries and rent. It feels like hustle culture lied to us. We were told to get the degree, get the job, grind it out, and we'd be set. But instead, you've been met with burnout, inflation, and this constant underlying anxiety about the future. It's draining. It literally pulls the energy out of your soul. But what if I told you that this entire season of struggle wasn't meant to break you? It was meant to build you. It was preparing you to actually hold the weight of the blessing that is coming your way. You might have scrolled past a video recently titled, "God Says Your Name is Tied to a Lot of Money. Open this before it's too late." And maybe you thought it was just clickbait. Maybe you rolled your eyes and kept scrolling because you're just so used to being let down. But listen to me. That was a sign. The divine doesn't work in coincidences. When you keep seeing the same messages, when you keep feeling this weird pull in your gut that something is about to change, that is your intuition trying to wake you up. Your spirit knows what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Your name is quite literally tied to generational wealth. And the only thing standing between you and that reality is the invisible wall of doubt you've built up over the years to protect yourself from disappointment. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about why you push away the very things you pray for. You have survived so much letdown, so many closed doors, and so many moments of looking at your account balance with tears in your eyes that you've actually trained your nervous system to expect the worst. You've been in survival mode for so long that your brain doesn't even know what peace feels like anymore. When something good happens, your first thought is probably, when is the other shoe going to drop? When is this going to get taken away from me? You have to unlearn that. Right here, right now, you have to break that cycle. The divine energy that created the entire universe is not out to trick you. God doesn't dangle a blessing in front of your face just to snatch it away. That is your trauma talking, not your truth. To unlock this massive amount of money that has your name on it, you have to start getting comfortable with the idea that you actually deserve it. I need you to really hear that. You deserve to be financially free. You deserve to go to the grocery store and not have to calculate every single item in your head before you get to the register. You deserve to pay your rent or your mortgage without feeling a pit in your chest. You deserve to take a vacation, to treat your friends, to breathe, and to just exist without money being this dark cloud hovering over your head. You have to stop settling for the bare minimum and calling it being humble. Being broke is not a badge of honor. Struggling is not a personality trait. You were meant to live a life of absolute abundance so that you can overflow that blessing onto the people you love. Think about the exact meaning of your name. Your name is your identity. It's your energy signature in this world. Before you were even born, your path was laid out. There is a vault of resources, connections, opportunities, and wealth that has your exact name stamped on it. But here is the secret that no one tells you about manifestation and divine timing. The universe will not deliver $1 million blessing to a $10 mindset. It just won't happen. If you are given a massive amount of wealth right now, while you are still trapped in a scarcity mindset, you would self-sabotage it. You would stress over losing it. You would mismanage it out of fear, or you would let people drain it from you because you haven't set proper boundaries. That is exactly why you had to go through the waiting season. The waiting season wasn't God ignoring you. The waiting season was God protecting you. You were being forged. You were learning the value of $1. You were learning who is really there for you when you have nothing. And you were learning how to survive the storm. Now that you know how to survive, you are finally ready to thrive. I want you to visualize exactly what your life is going to look like when this financial breakthrough hits your bank account. And I don't mean just thinking about buying designer clothes or flexing on the internet. I mean the real, quiet moments of peace. Imagine waking up on a Tuesday morning, making your coffee and looking out the window, knowing that all your bills are set on autopay, and there is still a massive cushion of cash sitting in your account. Imagine the relief in your shoulders. Imagine the text you are going to send your mom, or your best friend, or your partner, telling them that you took care of that debt that's been stressing them out. Imagine the freedom of waking up and choosing what you want to do with your day, rather than being forced to trade your precious time for a paycheck just to survive. That is what is coming for you. That is the timeline you are stepping into right now by simply listening to these words and letting them rewire your subconscious mind. But you have to do your part. Faith without action is just a wish. If you truly believe that your name is tied to a lot of money, you have to start acting like it. You have to start making decisions from the perspective of the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. If you know you are about to step into massive wealth, how would you carry yourself today? You wouldn't be stressing over the small things. You wouldn't be entertaining toxic relationships that drain your energy. You wouldn't be engaging in negative self-talk. You would walk with a quiet confidence. You would protect your peace. You would start organizing your current finances, no matter how small they are, because you know that how you manage $100 is exactly how you will manage $100,000. Prepare your vessel, clean your room, clear out your inbox, organize your wallet, cancel those subscriptions you don't use. Show the universe that you are responsible, that you are ready, and that there is clean, open space in your life for this new abundance to flow into. You also need to understand that this money might not come in the exact way you expect it to. We always try to put God in a box. We think the money has to come from a lottery ticket, or an inheritance, or a sudden viral moment. But divine wealth flows through the paths of least resistance. It might come through an entirely new career opportunity that aligns perfectly with your passions. It might come through a random connection you make at a coffee shop that leads to a massive business deal. It might come from an idea you have at 2 a.m. that you finally decide to act on. You have to stay open. You have to stop walking around looking at your phone and start looking up at the world. Say yes to new opportunities. Go to the event, even if you feel a little tired. Reach out to that person you've been meaning to connect with. The universe uses people, situations, and sudden moments of inspiration to deliver your blessing. Your only job is to be awake and ready to catch it. Let go of the timeline. Stop looking at your watch and wondering why it hasn't happened yet today. Whenever you are desperately checking for the blessing, you are sending out an energy of lack. You are telling the universe, I don't have it, I'm panicked, where is it? And that energy literally pushes the blessing further away. You have to step into the energy of knowing. There is a huge difference between hoping something happens and knowing it is already yours. When you order a package online, you don't sit by the door crying and stressing, wondering if it's ever going to show up. You place the order, you get the confirmation, and you go about your life knowing it is in transit. Your financial freedom is in transit right now. The confirmation has been sent. Your name is on the package. All you have to do is live your life with joy and gratitude, completely detached from the how and the when. I want to talk to you about the people around you too. As this massive shift happens in your life, as this money starts to flow in, your circle is going to change, and it needs to. You cannot bring everyone from your past into your future. There are people in your life right now who are comfortable with you being broke because it makes them feel better about their own lack of progress. They love bonding over the struggle. They love complaining about how hard life is. When you start leveling up, when you start speaking positively about money, when you start protecting your energy, some of those people are going to get triggered. They might call you fake. They might say, you changed. Let them. You did change. You are breaking generational curses and stepping into a totally different tax bracket. You cannot let the comfort of familiar misery keep you from the unknown beauty of your destiny. Wish them well, love them from a distance if you have to, but protect your blessing at all costs. You are stepping into a season of high favor. Things that used to take you months to achieve are going to start happening in days. Doors that were locked tight are going to swing wide open. People who previously ignored you are going to go out of their way to help you. Do not question this. Do not ask yourself why it's suddenly so easy. Accept it. Say thank you. The hardest part of the journey is over. The days of crying yourself to sleep out of sheer financial panic are behind you. You have paid your dues. You have learned the lessons. Now, it is time for the harvest. I want you to literally feel the shift happening in your body right now. Feel the tension leaving your jaw. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release all the fear, all the doubt, and all the stress you've been holding on to regarding your finances. It doesn't serve you anymore. It's dead weight. You are a magnet for miracles. You are walking into a chapter of your life where money flows to you effortlessly, frequently, and in massive quantities. Your name is a powerful key, and it has just unlocked the vault. If you felt this in your soul today, if you know that this message was specifically meant for you and you are ready to claim this abundance, hit the like button to seal this energy. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can keep raising your vibration and stepping into this new wealthy chapter together. You are so loved. You are so worthy. And your time is right now.